Morning, y'all. Pretty quick. And the only reason why I'm talking about this is as a okay. Stop joking. Stop playing. Okay. Morning. All right. Only reason why I'm talking about this is simply because I'm not a movie critic or no, I'm not a movie critic, but I do have my my views. Because when the Biggie movie first came out a couple years back, and all these Biggie documentaries and stories and people telling their story, this, that, the next, I never watched them. I've never watched them because my thing is this: I'm one of those. And look, there was a lot I didn't know, but at that point, up until last night, I realized that, or not I realized, but I always had felt, because I had like real life interactions, you know, real life intimacy, real life, you know, stories that I went through with this man, it was always tough for me to watch somebody else's thoughts about him, because, you know, for all of us in hip hop, all of us in the culture, Biggie is like, Biggie is so important to hip hop, so important to New York hip hop, so important to us and our lifestyle. It's one of the things that, if you're a woman and you are trying to get with me and you don't know a Biggie lyric, and I mean like not a chorus, not a hook, like a lyric, a bar, like not even 16, just give me 2 bars, 2, you know, and you better know a Jay-Z verse, because Jay-Z's been around still, he's still living. So the thing is, it's like, for us, that is a part of our fabric. So I hold it dear. I hold his legacy and his spirit really dear, because one, he's a Jamaican, and hearing his story last night was so refreshing. And yeah, let's cut into it. I mean, on Netflix, there's a Biggie documentary called I Got a Story to Tell. From all y'all who know the his classic I Got a Story to Tell, where, you know, from the club he ends up going home with this chick, she ends up dating a New York Nick, coming home in the middle, and him just being the quick-minded Gemini that he is, flips it. He went from a sexual situation and felt like, oh shit, all right, cool. Don't worry, I got something for his ass. Flipped it. We turned that shit into a smash and grab. Like, that's real Brooklyn. If y'all know Brooklyn, that's real Brooklyn. See, Uptown and Harlem cats, we'd have dealt with it a little bit differently, but that's the type of dude Big was. Like, super smart, super on it, and just seeing that documentary and hearing the story from Miss Wallace, you know, D-Rock, you know, C Gutter, like, these cats were like there, you know, for the whole time. So getting a chance to like really see it, and just as an immigrant Jamaican kid, man, just as an immigrant Jamaican, well, just as a little Jamaican kid that was treated like an immigrant, right? Because we come from a family of immigrants. Watching the things Biggie was going through, same exact things. That's a typical Jamaican grow up. You hear what he said? Like, mom's like listening to country music, right? I told y'all, man, like Uncle Ossie used to always come up and make me listen to country music every summer. They were so, for me to even enjoy that type of music is the same type of shit Big went through. This is Caribbean kids. This is Caribbean living, you know, and Jamaican living. So when we talk about B.I.G., when I talk about, you know, Jamaica, when I talk about the vibes, when I talk about being a kid of hip hop, I'm talking about being raised by a single mother in a rough neighborhood, man. You know, South Bronx ain't good, but Big lived in Bed-Stuy. And the thing is, it's like, just like good Jamaican people, you know what I mean? We will always, like, parents will move up and always know good parts in life. So we're gonna try to take it to the better things. Put you in Catholic school, put you in youth group, you know, and he had some mentors, man. You always need some mentorship growing up as a kid. Always need mentorship. And I mean mentorship all the way around. So we all had, again, all of our growing ups were very similar. So that's why through it all, he still was like, man, fuck that. I'm about to get this money, you know, really focus on doing for self, because you got a baby, you got a kid, you know, you got shit you got to do. And just like watching it really brought me back, got me really nostalgic. 93, you know what I'm saying? 91, you know, like, you know, I didn't think I was going to be in there, but, you know, just looking at the faces, looking at how young they were. Remember, he was 24 when he died, man. That's my pop's age. My pops was 24 when he died. And he just lit the world up, man. Look, most of y'all out there today, yeah, there's a lot of, we lost a lot of rappers. Many rappers we've lost. But there will be no one like Christopher Wallace. No one. The things that went into making him, like that time, that era, and then, you know, and then just the I'm gonna say this, he was gonna be great. It didn't take Puffy to make him great, but all of those little components that came together had to. Just this man O that died, like, that story I've never heard before. I never even knew about O. Never even knew about this dude. And that story, I mean, I've lived that story 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You know what I mean? Like, that was what it was like growing up. Like, yo, I was supposed to be there. I'd have got murked. And then something else, most of the time it was basketball that was taking me away from these dangerous opportunities, but some of us didn't know how to rap. Some of us went down the other road. So it's either you play basketball, what Big say? Either you sling and crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, which one you gonna do? You're gonna be a hustler, you're gonna be a baller, you're gonna be a rapper, like, so it's a very, it was just a very, like, eye-opening, and I'm somebody that doesn't like to watch things multiple times, but I definitely will watch that documentary again. I think it was so well done. I think it was so on point. I think it was so timely because his death is coming up, you know, this month, so it's great that it got released. Man, it was so good, man. It was just so good to see, because it's like guys like D-Rock, and, you know, you keep forgetting, like, D-Rock was in that truck too, right? D-Rock was in that truck while Biggie got lit up and was able to come out of it and walk away from it. You know what I mean? Like that. So that's what he knew. Like, it was a hit on Big. And so D-Rock got all of this old footage from just the years on tour and just what he, man, and he still got tons more. You know, and it's a blessing for the world. I think that in this day and age where your artist is so manufactured, is so dialed in. You know what I mean? Like, you come in with a marketing plan. You come in with a, like, you don't get to see people really develop like that and just craft an industry. Because remember this, at that time, it was on the heels of, you had like Kwame and like, you know, you had like really like smooth cookie cutter kind of candy rap. You know, that was cool, and you know, people were dancing and all that. And then Big came with the, oh my God, like just the party and bullshit. Party and bullshit was like his first joint. I was a terror since the public school era. Bathroom passes, cutting classes, squeezing asses. Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. Like, he was black, like, come on, man. Look, let me tell you something about Jamaicans. When it comes to telling you about yourself, nobody can trace you like a Jamaican, all right? Nobody can tell you about, nobody can run their mouth, run their chat like a Jamaican. He was fat, black, lazy eye, you know, tall, and everybody loved him. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to have a certain mentality to be him. Because nowadays, with these candy snowflakes and cancel culture, you can't come at a guy like that and think that, you can't come out like that because you are going to be offended. So you haven't even developed the ability to come back at a quick wit. It's like, oh man, I'm hurt, and that's it. No man, we came up on real streets. So you can't be hurt and run away. Guess what? No respect, you're done. So Big was able to turn that into something. Like, there's a lot from this documentary that can be taught, that can be learned just in life. And then what he did, before he even finished anything, he made a lane for his peoples. Junior Mafia. You know what I mean? Lil Kim already started to make plans to move ahead. Inspiring Jay-Z. Like, Big is, man. Again, that documentary last night. So look, if you haven't seen it yet, it's called I Got a Story to Tell. It's the Biggie documentary. The song that, you know, that he loves, that I love, you know, for me is like probably my favorite Biggie song, just because it was so funny. You know, like it was just like the track was so like simple, and he just roasted it. I kick flows for you, kick down doors for you, even up all my motherfucking O's for you. Niggas think Frankie was, yo, he's just, yeah, so I'm tell you this, from one New Yorker, from somebody of that era, you know, Puffy said it. Like hip hop is our culture. Like hip hop is our story. Like, we grew up in it. Like, and at that time, as a Jamaican kid with family and who are conservative in many ways, we are influenced by classic soft rock, you know, rock, metal, country, you know, old folk music. Like, Jamaica is a cosmopolitan place with people from all parts of the world that have grown in Jamaica, grew in Jamaica, and come back to visit. So we are influenced from everything. It's not like the States who can say just one type of influence. Like, we are influenced from quite a bit. So to know, wow, this is something that we have. Like, I witnessed that. I witnessed that in real life and on this documentary again. So it's you know, it's just for me, it just makes me more proud to be a Jamaican and share that same culture and heritage with someone that was so influential in not just my life, but as we can clearly see right now, in the development of the world. Hip hop. B.I. B.I. And how about that punk ass dude that was, you know what? Thank you for threatening to sue for him being called Biggie Smalls. Because honestly, B.I. is good enough. You don't even need everything else. That's B.I. You know, B.I.G. So if you haven't seen that documentary yet, please go see it. Definitely. You know, we obviously don't make any money off of it, but for me, as someone who is, you know, supposed to be the Puff Daddy of agriculture, the goal here is to bring the culture and show you what the culture is, show you what we come up from, and why I feel agriculture can change our lives. Because I don't really think there's gonna be many other Biggies out there. There's no, I mean, he was one in a million. You know, he was one in a million. And I'm just thankful that I have my little part of him in my story, vice versa, and getting a chance to see that story again yesterday made me really nostalgic for that time and that era. So hopefully we could bring that type of like awesomeness to agriculture together. But yeah, man, today's a Biggie day, man. Blessings. Be good. Be good. Stay fly.